a lady came to visit one of a co-lecturer that she was a student in the college of education where I was lecturing. So she came to visit. Just school had closed, so she was going to go home for Christmas. And I don't know what led it in my heart. I just asked her, "Are you angry with God?" And she said, "Yes, she's angry with God." I said, "Why are you angry with God?" Said, "I don't have a child, and my husband have driven me out of the house." It wasn't just, "Oh, pack your things and go." It was with beating until she couldn't stand the beating anymore, and she had to leave. So here was a woman that was not living with the husband. I would say, "Let's pray you will get pregnant." How she was going to get pregnant, I don't know. But we just told her that she was going to get pregnant. I called one of my colleagues. They were not all of them were all northerners, but Christians. So we prayed together for her to conceive, and we all parted for Christmas. By the time we came back, either January or February, she came to me and said she's pregnant. I said, there are times you offer prayers and you don't even believe fully in what you have prayed, or you're not looking forward to answers. So I couldn't understand how could you come round. So I asked her, "Have you gone for medical test?" Says she knows exactly what she's feeling in her body. She doesn't need anyone to tell her that she's pregnant. So she shared her story. Her husband decided to visit her parents, just Christmas visit. "Let me go to my in-laws and say hello to them for Christmas." And from hello, said hello to the wife, and decided to travel out, or at least picked her up and left their home. And the result was that she got pregnant. It was God that had done it. It wasn't the work of any man. And so the Bible talks about that. Let the Lord comfort you, or comfort you with or may you comfort others with the comfort wherewith the Lord had comforted you. If you have not understood the death of a child, it might be difficult for you to counsel a woman that have lost a child. If you have not understood what it means for a woman to lose pregnancy, you might just say, it's like when I was still probably in secondary school. One of our neighbors, the wife had a miscarriage. They had 2 children and were still looking for a 3rd child. And she was indoors for days weeping. And for us as little children, what's all this crying? It's not like a child have died. We didn't understand it. But if you're a woman, you get to that point and you lose a baby, you lose a pregnancy, you will understand the pain. So if someone comes to you tomorrow and says, "Oh, my pregnancy is threatening," you understand exactly what the person means, and you can counsel the person, "Oh, do this, don't do the other." You will not be able to counsel others if you don't understand it. If the money, I don't know whether it's the loan collectors, if they've never shown up in your house and you're looking for a back door to exit the house. During COVID, there was some of these comedians that say COVID is so great that your landlord can be coming to your house to collect the debt and you're walking away and 2 of you will just pass each other because you're all wearing face mask. It's after he has gotten to the house and asked the children, "Where's your daddy?" Say, "Daddy just left." If you have not been in that state, it might be difficult for you to understand when someone says, "I have no money in my pocket. Oh, I wanted to go to church and I searched everything in the house and I could not get transport money to go." You may not understand it if you've never been in that state. These men went through challenges. and the Lord lifted them up. The Lord blessed them. The Lord was showing mercy unto them. I've shared with some of my colleagues that we've had a moment where we had no food in the house to eat. My wife was pregnant, and the little food that was left, I said, I can afford to go hungry and go to bed without food, but you need to eat. So she had to eat the little thing that was left, and I went to bed hungry on an empty stomach. Following morning, still took my bath and headed to the work. Everybody will look at you, oh, he's an NNPC staff. I was working for NNPC, and nobody will understand that there was no food in the house when you left home. If you tell someone you didn't have food, the person will think, what exactly are you telling me? But you knew that was the state. I had a time we had a transport vehicle, and you will stay in the house in the night waiting for driver to show up. That driver is going to come with the money that you can use to buy food, and the driver will show up and tell you that I'm going to cut him here. Police caught him there. He went to this mechanic shop, and by the time he finishes, he's telling you that, okay, you need to give me some money. We had to give her the vehicle. Like, let this vehicle not kill us. Praise the name of the Lord. I may have a place I desire to work, but I don't know anybody. I don't have any connection to the place. And the Lord is saying, I will give you the job. Oh, I'm seeking a contract. It's only politicians that get those contracts. I'm not a politician. I'm not a son of a politician. I'm not related to a politician. And yet the Lord is saying, I will give you that contract. You will not see the wind. You will not see the rain. And yet you will have what you have asked of. In Acts chapter 27, an angel of the Lord came to Paul. Paul was going through challenge, and he assured him that his life shall be preserved. In the midst of the storm, an angel came and assured him, it shall be well with you. It shall be well with you. You will not die, because there's an assurance from the Lord. And Psalm 105, we know that the Lord sent Joseph ahead of them. It turned the heart of the Egyptians against them. You know, you'll be wondering, the Egyptians were against the Israelites, until you read Psalm 105, that the Bible says it was God that turned the heart of the Egyptians against the Israelites, so that they will not remain contented in Egypt. He may turn the heart of your supervisor, and he gets you sad from that job, because there's something better that you ought to be doing. That instead of just working and collecting stipends every month, he wants you to be an entrepreneur. And you'll be wondering, oh, this man hates me. But it's the Lord that stirred up that occasion that led to it. What assurance do I have on this? Malachi chapter 3 verse 6 says, for I am the Lord, I change not.